Hey Araxians, Rival X Factor here with another episode of Planetside 2 Basic Training. We just picked an Empire. I chose VS. Created a character, and now we're logged into the world for the first time. This video is going to talk about some of the essentials that you need to know to get into the fight and start enjoying your time on Araxis. First thing we need to talk about is how to use terminals and how to find them. Terminals are everywhere in Araxis, every friendly base, outpost, tower, and they're indicated by the icon above them that's glowing. That's Empire specific to the color. So Vanu's purple, TR is red, and C is blue. Equipment is a handgun, and you walk up to it and you hit E. This allows you to equip and change classes by simply hovering over it and hitting Equip Now. You can also reload from this terminal by hitting Resupply. This comes in handy if you're a max unit and can't find an engineer to help reload you. You can hit Resupply here, and as you can see, this costs resources and has a cooldown. So if you simply hit Resupply, it saves you some resources and a cooldown. The whole point of this quick video is to get you through the basics so you can start earning resources and cert points, which are gained through experience. I did an entire tutorial on how to use your cert points, how to acquire upgrades, different weapons, and more importantly, how to equip them. So after this video, go check that one out. The next terminal we are going to look at is a ground vehicle terminal, and much the same story, indicated by the tank above it. Walk up, hit E, pick from your Empire-specific tank, lightning, sunderer, or flash. But be careful, all of these options are not available everywhere. You need a tech plant or warp gate to grab your Empire-specific tank or connection through friendly territory to be able to achieve it. A flash is available everywhere, and sunderers and lightnings are available most everywhere. Sunderers you're going to see that present a spawn option at times if they're equipped with the mobile station, the AMS cert. So be careful because these cost a lot of resources. Spend them wisely. X Factor, you keep talking about resources. How do we gain those? Hit M. Take a look at the map. I'm a purple guy. I gain resources right now when the server periodically doles them out for all of this property. How else can you gain them? Get in a fight in a certain region and you'll gain those. So let's say I go to the abandoned NS offices. I would be gaining some mechanized points by just being there. The last two terminals are air related. This one is the Galaxy Fun Ship Gunship. Why do you call it that? Because this transports people across Araxis and you can upgrade these guns, so this thing is a flying tank basically. Next is your Empire specific aircraft and the Common Pool Liberator, which is a bomber variant. And these cost air resources, so be very careful. And it's got a pretty stiff cooldown to use this until you use cert points to reduce that cooldown. The next thing you guys are going to need to know is about these levitation fields, and they are all over Araxis. They get you from point A to point B, typically up into a base or a different point of a tower to give you a different advantage when attacking or defending. And here's a neat little trick. You don't have to walk into the blue one to use it. You can simply jump into its path, and you can hit the last second. It'll keep you from cratering. Now that you understand how to use air, ground, and equipment terminals, you have enough to be dangerous in this world. Hey X Factor, I'm new to Planetside 2, but I want to play with other people in a squad or platoon. What do I do? Two things. Either hit F11 to auto-join a squad or hit Escape, go to the Social tab, and join one of these squads that are advertising. So what happens? You're going to see your squad and platoon tab. Now what else can you do? You can set up your voice communication so that you can use the built-in VoIP channels. How do you do that? Two ways. First way, click that tab and enable your voice. You're probably going to want to tweak some of these settings so you're not blowing people's ears out, or so that you can hear them talking. The second way is to go into basic settings, go into voice, this tab right here, enable voice. But X Factor, I don't want to play with this group anymore. I want to do my own thing. How do I leave? It's pretty simple. Go back to the Social tab. If you're in a platoon or a squad, it's going to be at the very top. Hit that. Find your name. Hover over. Leave platoon. So how do you find the fight? I did two different tutorials. One on the map system and one on the spawn system. Believe it or not, you can hop across Araxis without using vehicles, using the redeploy option, which is found in your bottom right. What's that do? If you're ever in the middle of nowhere or in a dying out fight and you need to move, hit that button. Within 10 seconds, you'll be in the spawn screen. Now we're in M. We're looking at the map. There's a lot going on. Again, I'm Vanu. I'm the purple guys. And here's what I would do to find a fight. I'd look for flashing territories. That's indicative of somebody attacking us right now. I'd look at the Empire lines. TR's wedged to the north, NC's down the south, and I see hot spots. We've got two options. Do we want to purchase an air vehicle and fly over there? Because that's a pretty hefty drive. Or do we want to just deploy in the hotspot within 10 seconds and start rocking and rolling? The choice is yours. So what do you say we hot drop in here and see what this is all about? So I just hot dropped into Tallwitch and grabbed my Empire-specific tank, the Mag Rider. And I've got this thing kind of decked out with some handling attributes. And watch what this other tank does. We're going to talk about grief right now. If you run over friendlies and you're going too fast, you're going to kill them or do damage to them. When you do that, you get grief. If you get enough grief, it locks your guns for a little bit until you decide to behave again. I've got the anti-infantry main attachment, which has a ton of splash damage, but isn't so good against vehicles, so I'm going to stick to killing squishies here. I want to talk about cap points and how to know what's where. If you look at the mini-map at the bottom left, there's this up arrow looking thing that's flashing. That's the cap point to this outpost. This is not a major base. This is a small base that you can use to either defend from the main base or assault the main base, which in this case is Tallwitch. Those guys are shooting anti-vehicle rockets at me. You can see my vehicle health in the top right. It's, 5/6 of the way full, but you want to try to dodge those, and I just ate one right in the grill. Now I'm getting killed from behind. I did not grab engineer. If I was an engineer, I could get out, get in a safe spot, and repair my own tank, but it's too hot. Might as well rack up the kills and kind of defend this cap point that's turned blue again. If you look right above my screen, right there, that's the cap point, and see, own it. We need to flip it so they stop spawning here. There is a hard spawn point here. It's a whole building. I get out just in time to save my bacon. How do you know where that spawn point is? Look for the equipment terminal icons, the handguns. That'll tell you where the enemy's coming from 9 times out of 10, unless they have a mobile hidden spawn point. Those are not indicated on the map, and as you see, I just died to 2 guys. The glowing guy was the heavy, and he used his special ability, the shield. Every time you die, you're going to be reminded of this screen, the deployment locations, and look at all those options. Asunder is a mobile spawn point, much like the one I just spawned at. There are many, many bases, towers, outpost layouts in this game, but they all have cap points, simple and tug-of-war style. This is a simple cap point as indicated by that blinking purple. And this fight's been going on for a little bit. If you look around, you're going to notice the equipment terminals, which I can see through the wall there, are purple. That means we have it. The NC can't spawn here anymore at this outpost. If they have a mobile spawn point, they can spawn here, but they're also holed up in this building as well. We need to clear them out, and that's going to be my goal right here. Use cover, fight from cover, so you avoid the snipers and infiltrators, and guys that are just gunning from you from very nice peak spots. Going to push this building and throw out a couple heals on the way because, again, I am a support player. Taking some fire, out of armor, use my AoE heal, and for those of you who don't know, I'll use the centralized HUD option. And did I talk about grief yet? Well, I'm about to be the subject of it. I just get shot in the back by my own teammate. And lastly, let's talk about capture points. That was a small outpost, a quick flip point. As you can see above my mini-map, A is blinking. This is a major plant, a tech plant. They have 1 capture point. Biolabs have multiple. And you want to keep an eye on these. Are they green? Your Empire is defending them. Do they have them right now, or are you losing them? Are they another Empire's color? And you see this tug-of-war bar slowly fading away or going towards another Empire's color. He who wins the tug-of-war battle either defends the base or wins the base. So please pay attention to those. That is the major objective when you get into bases and outposts. Thanks for watching, guys and gals, and don't forget, if you want to learn more about how to use and read the map system, go watch that tutorial along with the spawn and cert system tutorials. They are very, very helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.
Sony.